today on 15 on 15.
Aruba's tourism rates once again break records in 2015. Plus, preparations are in full swing for the celebrations on the 18th of March. And the latest Aruban hit, Dushibida, is bigger than had been expected. Thank you for joining us on another edition of 15 on 15 right here on Channel 15 ATV with Daniela Piazzi. Let's get started with our latest local news topics. Over the past 4 years, Aruba's tourism authority has been growing tremendously. 2014, for example, marked the first time Aruba received over 1 billion visitors. Now, 3 months into 2016, the Aruba Tourism Authority has released the official figures for last year's tourism markets. Check it out. Following a record-setting year of 1.7 million stayover visitors in 2014, the Aruba Tourism Authority reported total arrivals in 2015 increased by an additional 14.3%, totaling at 1.22 annual stayover visitors. This global growth included a 7.7% increase in arrivals from the U.S. market and a 0.9% increase in arrivals from Canada, as well as a notable increase from Venezuela, United Kingdom, Argentina, Germany, and Italy. Most Caribbean islands saw a 3 to 10% increase annual stayover arrivals from 2014 to 2015. Aruba's hotel sector also showed growth last year. Total visitors per night grew by 8.3% in 2015, while ADR increased by 2.7% to $237.39. The RevPAR increased by 1% to $185.20. In addition to receiving more visitors, Aruba saw an increase in their spending in 2015. Tourism receipts increased by 7.2% in the first quarter, 3.1% in the second quarter, and 0.4% in the third, as compared to same periods in 2014. In other local news, during a recent general meeting between the Minister of Tourism and the Aruba Hotel and Tourism Association, the hot topic of all-inclusives on the island came forward once again. Next week, a new legislation will be presented to the Minister of Tourism that addresses the various points of concerns on the matter and implements new laws. There are both positive and negative aspects to the expansion of all-inclusive for tourism, and the island will be broadly discussed. The topic of all-inclusive expanding in Aruba has been one of concern for many in the community. Restaurants and activities outside of hotels suffer financially, visitors do not get the complete Aruban experience, and with tourism being the island's main economic pillar, the economy in general seems to suffer. During a recent meeting between AHATA and the Minister of Tourism, Otmar Odeber, this sensitive subject was once again brought up in the conversation, as there will soon be a new legislation on this matter implementing a change in regulations for this variety of resorts. However, the CEO of the Aruba Hotel and Tourism Authority, James Happel, states that all-inclusives do help tourism flourish. Find out why.
Basic concern the minister has, obviously, is that he would not wish to see a high proportion of accommodation becoming all-inclusive. And we understand his concerns, but at the same time we made it very clear that from an ownership perspective that we would like to be able to manage the properties in the way that we think is in not only the best interests of the property, but in the best interests of Aruba's tourism, because as we've seen this winter, business conditions can change very quickly, and some of the hotels have to use all-inclusive packaging as a means of basically generating a base of business on which they can then drive the transient business with higher rates. And so consequently, there is a fundamental issue about Aruba has been very successful because it has been very flexible.
We'll be back with more 15 on 15 after a commercial break. When we come back from the break, flags and banners are going up all around the island to celebrate Aruba's National Flag and Anthem Day. Thank you for staying with us right here on Channel 15 ATV. This month, Aruba will be celebrating its National Flag and Anthem Day. This date will be marking the 30th anniversary of the Status Apart and the 40th anniversary of its hymn. Therefore, the celebration will be quite a big one this year. With just 2 weeks to go, the preparations are already in full swing. The preparations for this big anniversary on the island are already in full swing. Currently, when driving down the streets of Aruba, local flags and banners are already in sight. And what was once strictly a Christmas tradition will also be one for this 18th of March by decorating the island's roundabouts with a white, blue, red, and yellow motif. Within the next couple of weeks, local stands will be set up selling Aruban keepsakes, and a majority of local cars will be strutting their Aruban flag proudly. In preparations for this celebration, strict regulations were implemented on the specific color code of each color in the flag. In past years, the sale of Aruban keepsakes ranged in a variety of blue tones where the original color had even been forgotten. Now for this big event, any souvenir flag that do not match the original tone of Aruba's banner will be removed from stores. Over the next couple of weeks, we'll be reminding you of Aruba traditions, songs, and dishes in preparation for this big celebration. On another note, speaking of big anniversaries, on the 28th of February, Mr. Tuyo and Mr. Delia Bernardina celebrated a big milestone. With the company of their entire group of family and friends, this lucky couple celebrated their 70th wedding anniversary. Surrounded by their loved ones, Mr. and Mrs. Bernardina celebrated their 70th wedding anniversary. Bringing back the typical Aruban traditions and culture, the pair shared this occasion with their friends and family. The gathering was filled with joy, Aruban typical dances, and music. How cute are they? Turn the page for those big So You Think You Can Dance fans. You might be in for a big treat because the 13-year-old chandelier dancer Maddie Ziegler will be joining the group of judges. Maddie Ziegler, the former Dance Mom star, is set to become the youngest judge on So You Think You Can Dance. The dancer made a name for herself as the standout young performer in Abby Lee Miller's dance company on the reality show Dance Moms. From there, she began appearing in Sia music videos and live performances for the hit songs Chandelier and Elastic Heart. The addition of this 13-year-old to the So You Think You Can Dance judging team makes sense due to the fact that the upcoming 13th season is being called The Next Generation, which will feature contestants ranging from 8 to 13 years old. We'll be back with more 15 on 15 after a quick commercial break. After the break, the Aruban song Dushi Vida goes viral. Thank you for staying with us right here on Channel 15 ATV. To close off on a lighter note, Jeon and Atanido's latest hit Dushi Vida has not only been played on repeat in the minds of their fans, but even the youngest generation of the island has caught wind of this catchy tune. During a visit to a local grade school, the artist of Dushi Vida, Jonathan Teal, performed for the little ones, and it is just adorable. During a visit to a local elementary school, the local artist and singer of the latest Aruban hit, Dushi Vida, Jeon, gave a performance for the island's little ones. Ranging from the ages of 5 to 7, these youngsters seem to know all the words to this popular song, just a week after it had been released. How cute is that? In only a short period of 2 weeks online, this music video has managed to gain over 160,000 views on YouTube and still receiving more than 10,000 additional views each and every day. Besides this upbeat version of the song, an acoustic alternative was debuted at the end of 2015, and now a slower tempo of the song has been unofficially released, together with some of Aruba's greatest musical talents. Check it out. Thank you so much for watching. These were your local news updates and trending Aruba topics. Be sure to like our 15 on 15 Facebook and Instagram page for all of your latest news updates. Also, don't forget to tune back in Monday night at 7:15 p.m. for more 15 on 15 right here on Channel 15 TV. See you then.